Good afternoon. Welcome to our Fun Fact Friday for this week. We are going to talk today about old businesses on Ocracoke. And I decided to do old businesses because we just celebrated our 56th birthday for the Village Craftsman on the 13th of August. So we are one of the oldest businesses on the island. We are not the oldest business. There are a couple others that are older than us. Wagon Wheel Cottages now goes by Ocracoke Local Cottages. The Harborside Motel and the Bluff Shoal Motel are all older than we are, but we still rank pretty close to them. The Pony Island Motel is, I think, the next in line. It was established in 1973, but we started in 1970. My parents, a little history, those of you probably know this, but my grandfather grew up on Ocracoke. He left Ocracoke when he was 16, had to go up north to the Philadelphia area to work, and raised my dad there. And then my dad went away to college, met my mom, and then he ended up at Gettysburg at the divinity school there. And part of his studies was to go out to a Native American reservation in Havre, Montana, in the Rocky Boys Native American reservation. And he really was enamored with the folks that he met there. He was really just taken by their culture, by the people, and it affected him greatly to the point that he and my mom decided, while they were there too, the Native Americans helped them go out and harvest lodge poles, and they taught them how to stitch together a teepee. And so my mom stitched together a teepee. They helped harvest the poles, and they brought them back east when they came back, and they started the Village Craftsman very first in an actual teepee that they had harvested and made themselves from that training out in Montana. And here is a picture of that. Sorry for the reflection there. And this is the teepee set up right here on Ocracoke, right in what's now the parking lot of the Village Craftsman. And that teepee was set up in 1970, 71, and 72. And that was their first kind of foray into having a business on Ocracoke. They decided that it was going pretty well, they liked doing it, and they wanted to live here permanently. So in 1972, as soon as I was born, they moved back to the island permanently and built a building right next to my grandparents, right where they had started the store very first. And it was fairly small section, had living arrangements upstairs so we could live in it and have the business in it. And here is a picture. I hope the glare is not too bad. Here's a picture of me and my mom's good childhood friend and my mother standing on the porch of the Village Craftsman. And the windows that you see are still the windows that you find now. Here's another version of it. You can see this is my mom, my dad, Philip, and my brother hanging over the edge. And here is me. My dad's holding me in that picture. And that was the very first year that the building was built. That was 1973. Continued to go well. They enjoyed doing what they were doing. They had U.S. handcrafts. They had some carvings. My mom did some beadwork. My dad did some leather belt pressed designs into leather belts. And then in 1980, it was going well enough that they decided to do an expansion, have a little addition there. And you can see here, this is the building of the addition. And a lot of things that happen on Ocracoke, people need to kind of do themselves. My dad had done a little bit of construction prior to that, so he and some friends with my grandfather's help built the addition. And that is still there. That's the room to the right. If you go, when you walk in the front door to the far right and go back there. The building was struck by lightning in 1978 before that addition was put on. So we're very thankful that there was no more damage than just some smoke damage and a little bit of charring in parts of the spot. That was fixed fairly easily. Then 2 years later, of course, they did the addition, and we're still going strong. I took over managing when Jude, the last manager, retired and moved off the island. My dad has since mostly retired. I still press him into service occasionally. I still press my mother into service too sometimes. They do dump runs, mail runs, whatnot. So it really is still a family business. We operate together, we talk about things together, and we love doing what we do. So thank you guys for continuing to support us as the Village Craftsmen since 1970. Very exciting. And ask around. There are other businesses that are older on Ocracoke, and there are other businesses that are similar age to ours, and there are others that, even though younger, are still 35 to 40 years old. So it's very exciting to have so much stability and family-run businesses on this island. So come by and see us, and that is your little Fun Fact Friday for today. Thank y'all for joining us.